Good morning, everyone, and happy Wednesday. I hope you're having a glorious day so far. I just wanted to do my daily check-in and let you guys know what I was working on for last session, as well as what my goals are for today for my small art business. All right, so what did we do last session? On Tuesday, I was working on the tarot again. I was doing the final format for the face cards for all the major arcana. And this is a time-consuming process, which entails me making sure that the card has the correct borders and the correct sizes, as well as vectoring all the foil elements, which are the borders, all the way around the card, as well as the text. The text is also in foil. So this took all day, my art session block. It took longer than I would like to admit, but I am not very good at vectoring and I'm very slow at doing that type of thing. But I'm still pretty happy with being able to get all the face cards of the majors done because there's a lot of them. So it was a pretty big accomplishment because this marks the end of the card formatting, at least for the faces. So that felt really amazing. That's a task that has been on my to-do list for the last 6 months. So awesome to put a check mark beside that one. I guess next I should talk about what my plans are for today because they directly correlate to what I was working on yesterday, which is today I will be formatting the card back. So this is a task that I've been dreading for a very long time. First of all, the card back has a lot of foil, and I definitely put way too much detail into my foil design, so I'm going to probably have to pull some of that back and make it a little bit more simplified to meet the allowances that the printer gave me. But the even more complicated part of this is that I have to decide which card back I'm actually going to use, which I still, to this very moment, have no idea what I'm going to do. Originally, I had painted this piece and it was fully rendered, so it would have a fully rendered background, and then it would have all the gold areas that you see would be the foil on top. And I really liked this design, but also I was a little nervous because it has to line up perfectly in order for it to look good, and there's always a little bit of drift that the printer wants you to be okay with in terms of like the foil might not line up perfectly with where you want it to be, and it might be slightly offset. And I was worried that since the foil comes right up to the very edge of the eyeball, that there at some point might be some overlap. It wouldn't be perfectly centered, and that would really bother me. So I also made a second version, and this version didn't have any printing elements at all other than like a straight plain background. And this would make it so that the design didn't matter if it lined up with the image underneath. It would look fine even if it was a couple millimeters off or what have you. But I kind of felt like this next design looked a little boring to me. And to be fair, I was looking at it zoomed in on the computer and the gold was just a flat color, so it wasn't very exciting. And I'm sure having it smaller in an actual card size and actually having that shiny gold, it wouldn't look quite as boring. It would probably look very classy and really pristine. But I don't know. I kind of miss the painted version. So I decided, since I was so torn, that I would sell mini prints of both designs at the New York Renaissance Fair this past season and see what everyone else liked. And then I would make the decision based on that. And they did the exact same I don't know how it happened. It was pretty crazy to me, but it was the most unhelpful outcome imaginable. They performed exactly the same. I sold the exact same number of both pieces. So thanks, guys. But I guess on a positive note, that means that people liked both of them. They both did fairly well, even when compared to my other pieces that I had in the bins of my fully rendered pieces. So I was pretty happy that the response was positive to the pieces, but that still leaves me in the dilemma of what am I going to use? So that's going to be my task for today. I'll let you know how that goes tomorrow. And hopefully, I'll have made a decisive decision and I'll be happy with it. Maybe I'll noodle around with a couple different tweaks. I was thinking maybe of adding more texture to the background of the one that doesn't have the painting behind the foil, but we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? I have all day to work on it, so I should have enough time to figure something out. On a personal note, today will be my first time reading in like over a year. So that will be fun. I'm going to be going in with a new guild that I just found that has a healing and a tank spot, which we need because I'm a healer and my husband is a tank. So I'm excited and nervous for that because I haven't had any practice healing yet and I feel very rusty. I did go in and do a LFR of Manaforge Omega, and it was all right. I felt like I didn't really need to heal, so I don't know how much practice I actually got in. I was able to like kind of confirm that all of my buttons are in the right place, and that was pretty much it. I had no idea what was going on, and I don't feel like it gave me any help on understanding the mechanics for when I go into heroic with my guild tonight. But they said it was okay if I didn't know the mechanics, and it was so easy that it would just be a cakewalk with or without me. So should be fun. Other than that, I really haven't done much. I'm getting the house ready for the contractors to come in tomorrow. It will be the install date for my granite countertop, so that's super exciting. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you very much. Please let me know what you were working on last session and what your plans are for today. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.